Think we on, bro.
All right.
You are now tuned into the dopest podcast in the world, Crown Jewels Podcast.
It's the Crown Jewels Podcast. It's the Crown Jewels Podcast. If you know, you know.
It's your boy G-Mo, the great king of the hustle.
Janae the Bay.
James the Gemini. Hey, man, and we in here for another episode of Crown Jewels Podcast.
Hey,
Back.
Man, we back, man. Episode 51. How y'all feeling?
all
What
over
a
the
week.
place.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a
Right.
week. An emotional roller coaster of a week.
Man, crazy. Hey, before we get started, let me shout out my guy James the Gemini. Happy birthday, big dog.
Appreciate
Know what you end up doing?
you. Man, dropping them kids out from mama house.
You didn't hit them bars. You didn't go bar hopping. Get out there a little bit.
I
You
wasn't
know.
gonna play those games.
Nah. It's not time yet. It's too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel you, man. You feeling different?
Nah, I don't, bro. I hit 39, so I'm sure, next year, 40 approaching.
Not a big turn up.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I wasn't tripping this year. I'm blessed to see a whole another year and, do it big then.
Yeah. So, man, we gonna, there's some crazy shit going on, dog.
Yeah.
Like I want to do a show. I had a specific topic, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still dive into it a little later. Did y'all get my show notes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where them hoes are. I'm looking for them myself. I done lost them. But anyway, I'll let y'all let me slide through it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But some crazy shit going on. So we're gonna touch on a little bit of what's going on, but I'm gonna still dive into my topic, you know what I'm saying, later on, you know what I'm saying, in the show.
Yep,
So man, I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Biden had an interview with Charlamagne where he said, if you voting for Trump, then you ain't black.
Period.
And it seemed like it turned the internet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some
But in my
reason.
opinion, I don't know why.
He didn't say nothing. I don't feel like he said anything wrong.
If y'all want to know my honest opinion, if you vote for either one of them, you ain't black. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I mean,
Exactly.
Joe ain't really showed me nothing that he's the person to go to.
Time and time again, his mouth, write them checks that
Yeah.
definitely can't cash.
Yeah.
bro.
Now he's saying that Charlamagne baited him.
Nah.
We all seen this interview, and there was no baiting
way.
him.
Where?
You felt confident saying that. You had a
Right.
smile
Right.
on your face when you said,
Because
Right.
Barack's his friend.
yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I begin to wonder, like, what were those conversations like? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Did Barack have to check him time and time again?
And be like, hey,
Or
chill out.
How was
Right.
Yeah.
You got to relax, fam. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so,
He has black
yeah,
friends.
bullshit. Like,
Complete, but utterly bullshit. man. Utterly.
I mean, but if you had to choose between Biden and Trump, I would have to go with Biden. Trump has already showed us time and time again, he ain't supposed to be there. It was a joke to begin with.
yeah.
It's a joke 4 years
I almost
later.
don't give a fuck who in there, man.
Bruh,
Honestly,
we at
truly,
war,
that
period.
is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
And it don't matter who in there. We at war, period, man.
Like I low key, I didn't vote last election, and that may take some people by storm and offend some people. I don't even care, man.
not alone.
But I didn't, because it was Hillary versus
Yep.
Trump.
Right.
It was the best of the evils.
Right.
Yep. The
I
worst
feel
versus
like-
the worst.
I feel like this. Well, us as black people, we do need to take our vote more serious.
Yeah.
As far as what are we getting for our vote? So I feel like we need something in exchange for the vote. And I feel like just because we dislike this person this much more, we shouldn't just freely give another person a vote
Yeah.
Right.
when you haven't did nothing to prove anything.
Basically, a free pass to do more damage to us.
Yeah. So I'm
It's
not
like a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not giving away no free votes if you're not exercising what I need. And that's another thing is black people, like we gotta start uniting and stating what it is that we looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a clear plan on what it is that we need
want.
as a community. Get off of that what is it? Reparations. They ain't finna give
It's
us
not
no
gonna
money.
happen.
Nah.
It's
We'll
not gonna
bankrupt the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get off of that. But let's see how we can say, hey, the type of reparations we need is you know what I'm saying, give me an 850 credit score or something. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and bump that up a little
That's a
bit.
good start. That's a damn good start.
Or just give us some free education, some years to get
Right.
educated so we can make the playing field level. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Or like something like, or nothing for me, but take care of my children's education.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to figure out a plan that we can come up with something for that. And then once they start having a black agenda in the White House, because they have no black agenda whatsoever.
None.
And I loved Obama, but Obama had no black agenda
Right,
whatsoever because black votes are given to them. They don't.
Exactly.
They say
Yeah.
fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever we want to do. We can go as crazy as we want to. Black people not gonna give us no money,
So why
and
work?
we don't value their vote.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you with Joe Biden, with him being in the Democratic Party, Democrats definitely take black votes for granted.
They do.
Like they think that we're just automatically gonna align with their party.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that. We're not giving
The
no
whole
free
thing
votes
is-
away no more.
Yeah.
It's a new wave, man, and I guess we'll talk about it. We about to talk about it
Yeah. So
because that entails all of this.
yeah. So cancel Joe Budden. I mean Joe Biden. My bad, Budden.
Button.
You know what I'm saying? I mess with the Joe Budden podcast. You know what I'm saying?
We
Bump
fuck
it
with
up.
My bad. But Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying? We gonna cancel Joe Biden, man. Get him out of here. Cancel Trump too. Put them all in the can, man. We don't need.
Throw them all away.
I mean, because honestly, let's just be a buck. These last 4 years that we've had Trump, we've been presidenting ourselves. We've been managing ourselves. He hasn't done anything that
is true.
has impacted the community whatsoever.
There is nothing beneficial he's done.
We've
for
been.
us.
It's like we riding a car with no driver. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's been.
To me, there's a small fine print, like in all this bullshit. It's real small, and you have to be at a certain perspective, I guess, and in mind frame to see it. Is that you have to in this era of this Trump era, you have to take yourself and lace up your bootstraps
Yep.
and figure out how to get it for yourself.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one small fine print that we should have, and most of us, I would hope, have tried to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's kind of always been that, especially for us. It's always been that way, though. We always got to figure it out.
Yeah,
for
but
ourselves.
for the majority are at the level of comfort, though. You know what I'm saying?
But speaking of the fine print, though.
No matter how bad it is.
But
That's true.
speaking of fine print, Audible is the Amazon company that has the world's largest selections of audiobooks and original ad-free audio shows.
Hey.
Whatever your passion, your interests, or favorite authors, your perfect listen is here. Check out Audible, you know what I'm saying? And for a free 30-day subscription, use the code JULES. So that'll be www.audibletrial.com/Jules. But yeah, this stuff crazy.
Shout
My,
out. Audible.
Shout out Jules. Jules and Audible.
Yeah,
My Segway game getting up. You know what I'm saying?
I like
But
that.
yeah, so I mean, but speaking of canceling them as well, man, Doja Cat, y'all familiar with her?
Man,
Yeah,
look.
I seen. I've been watching and looking at that.
I don't look. I honestly never cared for her before. I don't really. Her music to me is weird. I just
Yeah.
could never get with it. The whole bitch I'm a cow. I don't get it. But what they're talking about with the chat rooms.
Yeah.
She knows she wrong. I was like,
Yeah,
girl,
she
you
knows
was
she
sitting
is.
there.
It's
and
crazy
then the
that-
apology that she tried to give, that half-ass sorry apology. I was like, girl, stop.
I mean, I'm sorry,
she was
but
trying to
I'm
say
black.
it. She
My
has-
parents are from.
Yeah. Or isn't she half? She's mixed, right?
Yeah.
She's half. Yeah. And she was like, oh, and she started talking about her hair and how she hate her hair. I was like, girl, just stop it. You're
Yeah,
doing
it's
too
like
much.
she wanted to apologize, but wanted to own into it at the same time.
Just justify
Right.
it. You're apologizing and then justifying.
I mean, this
why
is
you
something
said
that
what
I
you
should
said.
never ever say, but I don't be in those groups doing that. And like, what are you talking about?
It's because
We
that
just saw
hit
you.
just her and Nikki just dropped that hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Now all that promo, I mean, all them all those
Straight
sponsors
up,
starting
all
to
that
pull
shit,
out.
yeah.
Like, we good.
You're canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wasn't high enough to like like to kind of float over
Yeah.
it.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So
Nah, it wasn't gonna be no floating on it. Not this
You
day
couldn't.
and age.
Yeah. Not
She
with all that's
canceled.
going on. No.
Nah.
You just canceled.
low key, I never really heard her music. I'm be like,
Really? You never heard "Bitch I'm a Cow"?
nah.
It's
I never
stupid.
heard it either, but
Okay.
I,
Don't.
I heard like maybe
Don't waste your time.
it was like a few seconds meme that was online of her song with Nicki.
Oh, okay.
wasn't really impressed. Like I feel like
You're not missing anything.
like no offense to the women and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I love, you know what I'm saying, the women got this movement and hip hop and they starting to become some of the women are better than the men.
Yeah.
But it's starting to be too much of a carbon copy setup. So when I see women long, colorful weave, nails, half dressed, twerking, talking about all, you know, it's instantly I'm kind of like, I'm good.
But she doesn't do that. She dresses up as a cow.
Word.
And she just does. This is different. I had friends that enjoyed her music. I just could never. It's just weird to me.
Yeah. So,
I would look it up for you real quick if you want to hear it.
Oh, nah, I take your word for it.
Just take my word. It's really nothing to listen to.
We good.
Nah, yeah. So yeah, but the whole thing of the confusing part with her is that she's appropriating black culture for streams. Yep. But then and it's fine if you don't want to love your heritage. That's your sad ass problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't appropriate black culture to run your streams up. And then all of a sudden denounce everything about, because when you didn't have nothing in those streams, you were comfortable in your box talking about how you don't rock with black people, or you know what I'm saying. And so
she was getting freaked out on the cameras and everything.
I heard she was in her OnlyFans stage.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how she was getting wild for the white boys.
Yeah, you want the black, attention and the likes and all that stuff, but you don't love yourself. You don't love to be black. And and that's when she went into talking about her hair and how she hated, I think, 4C hair and how people with 4C hair can kiss her ass or something like that. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Fuck her.
Why?
Anyway.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Jimmy Fallon had some stuff to come up too in the last week where they said they called him in blackface.
That was years ago. Why? Y'all got nothing else
Y'all
to dig
reaching.
up?
Yeah, it ain't no news going on right now.
Yeah, so y'all just digging. Who y'all sat there and dug up that from 20 years ago?
Clearly, and he was dressing up as Chris Rock. Like he wasn't just in blackface, tap dancing and jigging.
Right.
He was doing the character monologue of Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? Which is his homeboy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then also, I've been looking. I mean, I ain't a Jimmy Fallon fan, but I done seen Jimmy Fallon over the years. I don't see racist from Jimmy Fallon. Like he extra into the hip hop. Yep. Like I mean, he got the Roots as his band. He could have went with any other band.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't read that from him.
Yeah, and honestly, I've never seen the skit. Whatever the skit they dug up, I didn't even see it. And honestly, I don't care. There's other things going on in the world and bigger problems and issues than something he did 20 years ago.
It could be his attachment to the culture or why they tried to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the
I feel like they got bored real quick and like,
they ain't got nothing else to do. They sitting in the house.
They got too high. Too high for
and
it.
who sat there and said, out of everybody in this world, I want to dig up some stuff on Jimmy Fallon.
I'm trying to tell you something.
You're bored.
It's always more than me style, man.
It's probably some blackmail shit going on back behind the scenes. Like, oh yeah, that's what you gonna do. He ain't even want to pay us since the show off. We gonna blackmail him.
Sorry.
I kind of eased on this. I was feeling them when he invited Griselda, the rap group is Griselda on the show. He had them out there to perform. They're real grimy.
Yeah, they like kind of that underground still.
Yeah. I fuck with them, so I was like, okay, he must be pretty cool to invite them all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I rock with Jimmy on this one, man. Until they got to have some better evidence than that to, you know what I'm saying, switch things up. As we moving along, man, R.I.P. to George Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Rest in peace. I didn't watch the video.
I haven't watched the video either.
I won't. I refuse.
So on my end of this, man, I've been quiet about it. I ain't really been saying too much about it. I ain't really been going off about it. The reason is, man, it's a little bit deja vu-ish to me. It's a little bit traumatic for me because I was at Mike Brown, and you know what I'm saying? And I seen the same thing go down at Mike Brown. I seen how they tried to trump up false scenarios against protesters, and I seen them kill a man and sweep the killer underneath the rug, and he get away with it. I seen the tear gas shot into the innocent people holding signs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, it triggers something, and to me it's overwhelming, and also it's a bit exhausting because like they ain't doing shit, man. Like they ain't like I'm over picket signs. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm over picket signs.
Peaceful protests.
I'm over peaceful protest. I'm over marching. I want to know what y'all gonna do. That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was talking to my guy Mark before we started. racism has never died, but it evolved. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything else have. So it went to a way. Racism has carved out a way to be protected, and how they protect it is through legislative law. You know what I'm saying? So they can get away with everything that they want to do behind law. They have a law. Police could pull a law out about anything that you breaking right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they protect racism, to be like, but he's a criminal. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And I just ain't fucking with that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm building up my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in another vibe on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, what y'all feeling?
Take arms. Get you and your family some tactical training. You know what I'm saying? Try to be more healthy with what you consume. You know what I'm saying? It's mentally, physically, spiritually, all the above. Invest in yourself and just try to prepare yourself, because we don't know. We at that point. You know what I'm saying? When I shed a tear about this, I shed a tear because that man lost his life like that. I shed a tear for his family, and then I shed a tear for us as a people, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know what I'm saying, at this point, what the fuck do we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we get out here and just ramsack this motherfucker for real? Like, the shit they doing, burning down those buildings and all that shit, that's destroying some shit. But, like, do we, like, in every city, like, just take this shit and go the fuck off on motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And then I you know what I'm saying, sit back and think, well, shit, that shit ain't all the way right. You know what I'm saying? Every white person, Caucasian person ain't a bad
racist,
person or a racist or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just really perplexed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't, that's why I always go back to take arms, get you some tactical training, bro. Because you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I got to do 10 to 12 for saving my life, keeping this motherfucker from killing me
or
over a traffic stop, then yeah, that's what I'm going to go on and do. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm in the same place. I'm not a violent person, and I'm not saying like the looting and the rioting is right, but I understand.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
People are just tired. We're exhausted. We're tired of peaceful protests. We're tired of holding signs, and even when you do that, they still shooting tear gas and coming in with billy clubs and still beating and doing whatever. There's no winning. It just seems like there's no end.
What about the riot baiters too? I'm sorry.
What, riot baiters?
The dudes that's going around and just breaking windows. They masked up.
See, is it us?
No, it's not us. It's white dudes.
Wasn't it a cop that they saw?
That's what they say. He was a cop.
There was a cop that was doing it, and I'm like, see y'all. And then the lady in the wheelchair stabbing people while they running out of Target. I was like, lady, stay. It's too much.
And that's like Houston police was running people over with horses.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like it's right for them to do what they're doing, but I understand people are just tired, and I feel like people that are not African American or not black, whatever, just say less right now, because you don't understand. You don't know what we've been through. You don't know our history. You don't know what we continue to go through. And for them to comment and say it's stupid and we're thugs and we're criminals and we're this and it's dumb, you don't know. You have no clue. And white people be destroying their own shit too. The Boston Tea Party.
They the originators.
But I think they know. I think that's just the rhetoric they spew out there to continue to mask it. And that's the thing about, see, we all look at everything with the wrong eyes as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like they mask and put a lot of shit out there on us, and it just depicts this story of us being these incredibly bad humans. People.
Yep. Well, what year was it when they lost a football game or a hockey game last year, a few years ago? And when they started rioting, I can't remember where it was, but they lost like it was some kind of sporting event. Okay. Their team lost, and they went and started flipping cars over and fires. Yeah. Y'all did the same thing, but they were young adults and upset young adults.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just, it got a little rowdy.
The language.
The language changed. But
I'm
black
gonna
people,
tell you,
we're thugs and
exactly.
we're wrong. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you like this, like anybody listening, you know what I'm saying, anybody take from this, pay attention to your local media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been in Texas, it'll be 6 years in September. I haven't watched news in 6 years because when I came like right after Mike Brown. I watched the news and the media report false stories of shit that was going on out there. Yep. I saw them accuse protesters who were innocent of being violent and starting riots. What they not telling you, a lot of them riots start from the police because the police try to use force. And once you start applying force, you standing there, if you standing out there peacefully protesting with some people who angry, and you start pulling out shields and billy clubs and tear gas, and you start lining up in the street, and you start pushing towards them, pushing them, hitting them,
using unnecessary
what you think
force.
gonna happen?
It's unnecessary.
You know what I'm saying? We can't really get on y'all like we want. We gonna tear up everything in our path. You know what I'm saying? Now the thing with the riots, like you said, I understand it. But rioting is like a fire. It burn hard, it burn fast, but it burn out quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna burn out quick. Now the thing with the riot, I never say that what they doing is stupid, but the aftermath gonna hurt them. Yeah, because what it did in our community back in Ferguson, when it got done and everything was boarded up and tore down and burnt up, that old lady who lived in that community who needed a few groceries from around the corner at the corner store, she couldn't get them. She had to find a way to get miles and miles away to go get milk, eggs, medicine, because the Walgreens is towed down. Yeah. The little corner store that like the Quick Trip that had like milk and bread was gone. You know what I'm saying? We
always tear down our neighborhoods, but I bet you they stop you real quick. If we marched up to Frisco, Plano, you go where they at. Oh man, they would shut that shit down quick.
You never heard about it.
But if we ride in our, it's cool. Yeah, we just gonna stay in here, watch y'all. You know, we may push you a little bit, but don't come fuck up our shit over here. Like leave that alone. And it's sad. And they only pay attention. They don't pay attention to the peaceful protests. They only want to say something and pay attention when we looting and rioting and being thugs. Then it's a problem. Then they got something to say. Because
when I was in Ferguson, the main street that everybody saw the riot from was a street called West Florissant. It's a pretty busy street. It was going down on West Florissant. The peaceful protest actually started on another street, which is like South Florissant, which is like maybe, I don't know, it's the next busy intersection or the next big street over from West Florissant. Yeah. And on that street, they started the peaceful protest there in front of the city hall. Okay. No cameras came out there. Nobody picked up on that. You know what I'm saying? That street stayed clear and clean and it didn't have any looting. But the major street with like all the big stores and everything, that's why all the major looting happened because where that street was closer to Ground Zero. Yeah. But all the people originally went to the city hall because the city hall and the police station is in one. Yeah. And they all went to Ferguson City Hall to protest. No cameras over there, no interviews over there. They went straight to Ground Zero where it was hot and it was in the middle of a hood. Yep. So there's a lot of traffic coming through there. But it's a setup. But I just want riders to pay attention to that. I mean, it's a little too late, but you got to pay attention that it's some people who not going to ride with y'all. Like old people. I really think about the old people there. Like I said, this one lady who was sending a kid in the neighborhood to the corner store to pick up her medication can't get her medication because the store fucked up. So now you got to go miles to find that store. Yeah.
And now you got to think about even when it's happening. We already got this pandemic going on. The economy already suffering as it
Rona
is.
Left. Rona got out the country.
Rona came and got, I guess with all this craziness, she said, look.
She said, it's too hot over there. I ain't fucking with that.
I'm good. It's like we all come, the pandemic thing that came and went. Now, we got the riots and the looting going on. It's just so much going on. It was 200
new cases in Dallas yesterday. That Rona's sitting back waiting on y'all dumb ass.
Yeah, she's waiting.
She out here.
She's still waiting. So I think it's a crazy time right now. 2020 gonna be a hefty
chapter.
It's gonna
be a year to remember, man.
I was just driving over. I was talking to my mom. I was like, damn. I said, at the beginning when January happened, when Kobe died, I would have never thought in 2 months we gonna be in an epidemic, a pandemic. Yeah. I said, and then when that hit, I never thought in 2 months we gonna be in a race war.
Right.
I said, man, I'm afraid to see what August gonna look like.
I don't want to see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Even hit the climax as far as
that
yet.
I want to see it, but I don't. I want to be here. Yeah. But damn, it's like it gets worse as time goes on, and it's crazy because I thought 2020 this is it. I was like, this is the year. It's gonna be. Yeah. What happened? I'm still stuck on what happened between December to now. It's just falling apart.
And them riots are elevated because people been stuck in the house. Yeah. Yep. So when it was time to get out, we out here, all the energy. We coming with all the energy. I
mean, we have all this stored energy from sitting in the house for 3 months.
Black people, we on the brink anyways, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The more that this shit happens, like that shit just keep raising, man. I don't know what it's gonna look like when this shit finally spill over for real, for real.
But that's the thing that black people need to do, man. Like this conversation needs to be had, and that same anger that we have in those riots, we need to keep that anger for this conversation. Because the thing is that we use all our energy on that, and then in I don't know 5 months, this shit dead. You ain't gonna hear nothing about it again. And then that's the thing
until something else happens.
Yeah, and that's the thing I was saying. I was talking to James about where I'm like, man, you sit there and I'm looking down my timeline. And shout out to the ladies, and you know what I'm saying, y'all might be mad, but I don't care. Everybody be mad and shit. But all of a sudden now is, I love you, black king. I love you, black man. I love you. And that's cool. But keep that same energy for us the whole time. Because 2 months ago, it was shit on Future. You know what I'm saying? It was shit on all the dog-ass men. Either we valuable or we aren't. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that, again, like we talked about in the last episode where you see women ask for us to protect them. You know what I'm saying? That we don't protect them enough. You see somebody like George laying on the ground, can't protect himself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He begging for his life that he can't breathe, and he couldn't protect himself. Right. So how do we protect a household, a family, or move as a unit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We struggling to do it solo. That's why we need to come up with more groups. Like we need more gun clubs, and we need more.
Black Panther. Bring the Black Panthers back.
Yeah, when they represented, we need that again. Yeah. Because I mean, like I said, when it's all over and the violence, like the violence ain't gonna get us nowhere.
It's not. Unfortunately,
we have to start looking into some shit where we talking about
how we spend our money. I'm sorry.
Money. Yeah, no, you good. We on the same page.
You talk about this blackout that they talk about doing on July 7th.
Yeah.
On the 7th, they talk about doing a blackout where we just don't go spend our money. Everybody.
I ain't rocking with it.
Oh.
Fuck that.
I'm shocked.
No, I'm just no, but serious. I'm really not rocking with it though. Salute to them for trying to put that together, but it don't mean nothing for one day. If you're not gonna do it consistently, we look at it. It's a lot of businesses that closed because of Rona.
Right.
It took them 2 to 3 months to be like, we can't do it because the money not coming in. One day off ain't gonna prove nothing.
Maybe it's to prove a point to show. I don't know. Maybe to show how valuable.
We need something that's a little bit more long term.
We need an outline that every black person, black family in America could just have and touch and see that, hey, X store, Z store, T store, we don't fuck with them. We don't spend money with them. We don't even entertain these motherfuckers. We haven't seen them support our community, support what we're going through, and try to enforce change. Hey, look, who are they sponsoring to get in the White House? Who are they sponsoring to put in as a senator or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So that would be my thing. You know what I'm saying?
And to piggyback off of that, the next thing we need to do, we need less rappers. Less boutique owners.
Yeah,
no doubt.
We need more people to put stuff into so the problem with stop shopping with a place is that we can only go so long without shopping with them because they have everything we need. We have no black owned system. We have no black owned Walmart. We have no black owned Target.
Have you seen Killer Mike on Netflix? His special, I think his first episode. Trigger Mike. Yeah. On Netflix. The first episode is him trying to live black for 48 hours.
And it was next to impossible.
In Atlanta. And it was close to impossible. It was hard for him to even get around. So it's hard
that's something we got to think about. See, everybody are going to open a boutique because it makes me look like a celebrity and I got a boutique. But don't nobody want to go put toilet paper on their shelves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be the hard-working Walmart of the black community.
Right.
And that's where we need to be at because if I'm not going to fuck with you, I need somebody to get my toilet paper from. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm not going to fuck with you, I need a butcher to go get my meat from.
Yep.
So if we don't have those black components placed into and that's what I'm saying, not to knock the rappers and none of that, but I just feel like when black people want to get rich or famous, they go for these glorified ways to do it, like rapping or you know what I'm saying, being a boutique owner, being a black Kardashian. We need people who don't mind getting dirty and opening up that farm to grow these vegetables.
But they did. We tried. When we tried to do Black Wall Street. First time they burned it down, the second time they bombed it.
But we can actually do it this time, though.
Well, in these times, we got to understand that this got to be sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? There's a generation we got to sacrifice because it's going to be all about the kids at this point. Yeah. For us, you know what I'm saying? We trying to build for their legacy and maybe the grandkids' legacies at this point. So it's just gonna take discipline and maybe now we can't single out a company and not do it for a day or whatever. But if we get that started to where we don't fuck with these certain companies in time, pressure we'll bust that pipe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, conform. You know what I'm saying?
Eventually, yeah.
Hey, we gotta put money into that community because shit, they not putting it into us no more, and we struggling.
Yeah, and I don't mind the idea. The idea is a
Yeah.
dope idea. My problem is the consistency because we
Yeah,
had
of
this
course.
same thing. They had the same thing go on when Philando Castile died.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had the same thing go on when Mike Brown died. And you talking about 6 years ago, and we done lost. I mean, we had stuff like this in play when Sandra Bland died.
Right.
But the thing is, you do it for a day, and then
what?
Gucci drop a sweater, and you go buy the
And then
sweater.
right back.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So,
right.
so to me, if you not gonna have, and maybe that's too much to ask. Maybe we could say, hey, on let's have a blackout hours. We don't shop with them in these hours, or
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of
Throwing
some
some other
solutions.
ideas, yeah.
But we need something that's more consistent where we can do the maybe Tuesdays. We don't go on Tuesdays every week. We don't fuck
Yeah.
with y'all on Tuesdays every
Yeah.
week. You know what I'm saying? Because and then after we can lock Tuesdays down. Somebody in our community, because we smart, we fuck with it. Like,
Yeah.
soon as they said we need masks, niggas was selling masks quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So once we start seeing a lack there, we can go to these stores. Maybe somebody gonna be energized to say, "Bet I'm finna open up a department store. I'm gonna
Right.
open up a
Yeah.
market." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then we can start being like, "Okay, we slowly getting out of their field."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think another thing too, talking about the president, I ain't gonna overflow this with too much talk, but speaking about the president in the debates, man, look, if I'm probably not gonna vote for president. I'm sorry. Like, feel how you feel, whatever. Dislike this, I don't care. But and if you're not neither, cool. But I think what we should do, we should start exercising our rights to see who is in the community locally.
Right.
We need to figure out who gonna be a judge because the judge appoints the sheriffs and of the police department, and then the sheriff appoints the officers. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to see who's allocating the money and the funds. Bless you, bro.
Thank you.
We need to see who's allocating the monies and the funds into our community so we can make sure that our children are fed. They have programs in place for them. We need to start looking at who's local because that's what, honestly, my 36 years of being alive, I have not seen anything that the president has done to impact the hood.
No.
My hood that I grew up in looked the exact same way then as it does now. You know what I'm saying?
But if we don't put a concerted effort into raising our kids to really think like, you know, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a congressman, you can be president, then it's always going to be a struggle. We just really don't have the fucking numbers
Yeah.
at the end of the day because we don't have a system to say, you know what, your kid ain't athletic, but hey, we got this program for the people
education
in
system.
the state. Hey, just put them in this program. We got
that's
a
what-
branch
yeah.
in Dallas that's going to teach them, hey, this is what you
Yeah.
can be as a lawyer. This is what you can do as a doctor.
But they should also gear schools more towards what you want to do when you grow up. Like,
They
you know,
should.
if you want to
Right.
be a lawyer or, you know, you want to do something like that.
But
when you get
they're
to high
not
school-
going to do that because
Yeah.
then that's why that goes into institutionalized racism. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why give y'all a head start to build your own? No, we
Right.
need y'all depending on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to.
And they say this.
Yeah.
They need
schools-
us.
Yeah.
They say they build schools as a pipeline to the prison systems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Urban schools. So it's really on you and your household on how far you allow your child's mind to expand.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I got a homegirl and she been talking to me about how her daughter want to be a judge, and she been saying it to me for a few years that her daughter been saying she want to be a judge. So as she telling me this, I'm like, let me see something. So when I first moved here, I went to Urban League meetings, the young professionals. Great meetings. If anybody listening, check the Urban League out. They got a lot of dope stuff going on. But when I was there, they had a speaker. Her name was Judge Amber Givens Davis.
Yeah, I follow her.
Super dope, super dope. Now, she from St. Louis. And so when I met her, I went up to her and she's like, yeah, she was from St. Louis. And I was like, damn, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, I ain't never met you, but the women in my city are women who you balling if you become a CNA.
Yeah.
You balling if you get a little boutique going. You know what I'm saying? You more so not balling, you more so living off of popularity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, to see you to expand from being a girl inside the inner city St. Louis where it's so tough, you know what I'm saying, to come out of there without 100 babies before 20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you went out and, you know, went to some great colleges, Syracuse and Tuskegee, and became a judge, and you down here presiding in Dallas. I was like, dog, I'm so proud of you. So
That's dope.
I always keep up with her. So I hit her up every so many months just to be like, hey, Judge, how you doing? I'm like, if you running for campaign, anything, you need me to post something on the podcast, you need me to whatever, I got you, just to kind of keep that rapport going. So I reached out to her as I'm talking to my friend. I'm like, hey, Judge, I'm like, my friend daughter, you know what I'm saying? I was like, she like my goddaughter. I like, she's super into wanting to be a judge, and she been talking about it for years. I was like, now after years, most kids' minds kind of shift.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she like 12 and she's still talking about it. I'm like, do you mind just kind of giving her some encouraging words? She was like, sure. She was like, that's no problem at all. Let's do a Zoom call and bring on the Zoom call and we'll talk. And I'm like, dog, like that's me trying to be like, hey, let me push the next generation to if I got a plug, I'm a connect it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so
Find someone to mentor your kid, like you know, for something that they want to do, and if they have an interest in something, Black parents need to be more. Be more in tune with what their kids want to do. If you want to be a doctor, okay, cool. Let me start, showing you stuff at home and getting you into certain things, and sparking your interest and digging deeper into what you're actually into. I feel like a lot of parents, we don't really push for that, and we always strive to be football players, rap. You kick your kids to do that. Like we
just want you to graduate high school and you're good.
The one, yeah. As long as you graduate, you good, or just don't have wait to have kids until at least you get out of high school. That's always been.
I'm sorry. Because I was gonna say we don't understand the importance of having a molecular scientist up in the national whatever the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? Being able to read like, hey y'all, this is what the fuck finna go down.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like even take for instance like the advantage they have of those congressmen and women in Georgia before the corona hit. You know what I'm saying? They took out their stocks and they closed it out. Even though they got caught, you know what I'm saying? They still were privy to that information. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that didn't get caught. You know what I'm saying? And they saved a lot of damn money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to think about those things. And that's how, you know what I'm saying? The branches are supposed to, the tree is supposed to grow and be so wide, man, that the information way up in New York should be able to reach down here.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motivate your kids, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like check out if y'all get a chance, check out orally.org. Dr. Hadaya Nicole Green.
Okay.
She came to my church, you know what I'm saying, over at Friendship West, and she actually discovered the cure for cancer.
Oh, really?
Like using lasers, like, you know what I'm saying, microscopic lasers, and she's discovered it. And she said everybody across the country has been hitting her up for the labs and the research so that they can get it and I guess, mark it up. Yeah, and she like, I'm not selling. She was like, so she's been asking for donations and money and funding to go towards the studies so that we can make it widely available to get rid of cancer.
Right.
And so
and that's where our money should be going to. Things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we should be
So
going.
that's what I'm saying. Check out orally.org if you get the opportunity, and check that out and look at some of the studies, look at some of her speeches. She legit, dog, and she got it. And
check it out.
she did it because she started off as a orphan. Her auntie took her in after her mom passed, but her auntie raised her like her own. But the auntie ended up dying from cancer, and the auntie was like, she was tired of being poked and prodded on, so she gave up on treatments.
Yeah.
And she was like, she ended up passing away. A couple of months later, the uncle that took her in as well, he passed away from cancer, and so she just devoted her life to cancer. And she a young woman. And she's doing it, and she got the cure, and we need to rally around her, not only fund her, but protect her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where it goes. That's how it starts, man.
But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to shift a little bit. This don't be enough time sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But final RIP to George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody in Minnesota and, you know what I'm saying, everybody who's going.
Safe.
Yeah, all these other states that is
safe.
breaking out. I heard some stuff happening in Atlanta and
Houston, Dallas,
LA, Pasadena,
everywhere, man.
Stay safe, y'all.
It's
Protect
going down.
yourselves.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy.
In St. Louis, don't y'all start. I know how y'all are about y'all free stuff, so don't just play. But just moving right along. Let's see here. I'm gonna make this one quick. I wanted to dig a little deep into it, but I don't know. I'm gonna move some things around. Janae, let me go ahead and let's get that Bay talk going.
Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, I'm gonna start a little light for now.
Okay.
Unpopular opinion. I feel like it's rude to show up to an event without a gift. Showing up to a birthday party, bridal shower, wedding, showing up to some kind of, celebratory event,
Yeah.
showing up empty-handed to me it's rude.
Who is it? Is it my mama house though?
If it's, let's say, like it's a family member or a friend, like a close friend.
Yeah, I agree. Like I gotta come with something, a bottle,
something.
a drink.
Something.
You need some. Like I at least ask though. Like I'm the person. They be like, I want
Yeah.
you to come through. Yeah, I need
Need
something.
anything.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You have some people that just be showing up.
Eating, taking plates and shit.
I used to be
to-go
one of them
plates.
people. It took me a while to learn class. Damn.
See, I'm the type of person, my mom taught me, if you can't show up with a gift, you might as well not go.
I mean, I might have knew it, but it never be on my mind. Like, oh, I need to go. Whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying?
I do every time.
Show
If you
up
invite me
like that,
to,
so.
it could be a 1-year-old birthday party, a 57-year-old birthday. I don't care. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
with something.
Yeah.
I can't just not show up. At least a card. If I can't get you,
Cause you know,
nothing.
I'm from a place where they talk about you.
If you
can't-
don't,
yeah. They'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, get you something to eat. This nigga don't. Ain't nothing to the. You know what I'm saying?
potlucks at work. That's like
Yeah.
Coach showed up at a potluck at work.
Yeah,
You ain't bring
yeah.
nothing, but you over there
Yeah.
stomping
Right,
down
Dig it
plates.
in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, look, he
I be
ain't
looking.
gonna-
I'm like, damn. Oh, people just be over there eating and not bringing it. You see him over there? I be talking about people too.
Yeah, like I go to everybody potluck at work, but I always bring something. I be like, y'all need.
trust it like that though?
Hell yeah. Hey man, we
Ain't gonna
gotta
lie,
die.
We be going chowing down. I'm
Look,
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I still come down to y'all. I don't even work in the department anymore. And I still come get the food. So
Yeah, well, for your birthday, I was like, take some of this cake.
yeah, look, yeah, you came and gave me something. Look, so I'll say this then. I guess I'm a little rude sometimes. Like potlucks and stuff at work. Yeah, sometimes I don't bring nothing. I'm just coming to eat.
Yeah.
But I tell
You just got to know
good
somebody
job.
on the team.
You gotta get your plug.
Yeah.
Like, hey, y'all got a little potluck going
Yeah,
on over
what
there.
y'all got poppin'?
What y'all got? Go make me a plate. go give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that one was nice and sweet. Okay, so I guess a question for y'all. So if your partner was cool with it, would you invite a third person into your relationship? Like not for sex, like literally like have another girlfriend into your like if she was cool with it.
Man.
You have like 2 girlfriends.
Young G-Mo, hell yeah. Me nah.
Nah, it's too. I feel like it's too much.
One woman is hellish for one relationship. All that attitude
agree.
and arguments and
I agree.
being in your feelings and the emotions.
The emotions.
God,
I'm
hell
a
no.
female and I'm
Double
tired
that?
of it. Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm a female and I'm tired of it.
But back in
Sometimes
the
I can't
day-
stand myself.
Back in the day, man, on some
You
bill
would've-
shit.
you would've made it
coulda-
work?
We could have balled out.
She want to move in.
2 old ladies?
2 old ladies. you got 2 old ladies. You know that y'all living together in
go
harmony.
for it. Depends on where we at.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I don't want 2 boyfriends. That's too much.
Yeah.
It's balance.
I mean, I guess it's different for a female.
Yeah, that's nuts, yeah.
living with a woman and a stepdaughter is hellas, man. Like the balance is crazy. Like with somebody up, somebody down. Somebody, it's always.
And when Mother Nature hit,
Oh man,
it's over.
I don't even know if that's a thing no more. It just seems like Mother Nature's
It's all the
period or something.
time.
It just seems because I mean,
But how old is she? Your stepdaughter?
13.
13, right? She just had, yeah, it's
So
that time.
but I was referring to her mama. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I'm like, man, I'm super blunt. I really don't have a feel because I've been that person where people done lied to me about everything, broke every promise. So I'm a person, shoot me from the hip. Like, if you ain't fucking with it, you ain't fucking with it. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm cool. Like, I deal with that on the back end, but I know. So I issue it like that.
Right,
So
right.
I'm straight from the hip. So dealing with women, I have to learn that you can't be from the hip all the time because that simple thing that you meant no harm to say,
It hurts.
it'll hurt.
It
Right,
hurts.
And so I'll be like,
I'm horrible with that shit too.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't like. See, and don't be too blunt. And you can be blunt, but put a little sugar on it. You can be a little, but don't just come for me too hard. I mean, I
Yeah.
can take it sometimes, but sometimes it's too much.
So yeah.
But okay, so I have my last one. So I got a little commentary from other people. So it was the the don'ts of being pursued by a man. So I would say some I've gotten was, women do not like when men come talking in slang, cussing every other word. Like, I don't like too much cussing. Like, don't come at me cussing at me and talking loud. It's too much. I would say I also went on a date one time. A dude talked about his ex the whole time.
Yeah.
That was I was like, well, damn, you still
Definitely
miss her?
a
You
dog.
want to go back? I mean,
he was hurt.
What you here with me for?
Right, right.
I mean,
He
hit her up.
He's still hurt. He's still hurt because if he's still dwelling on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you out on a date?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Then
Tinder
I
dick.
had one dude on a date. Don't touch me. I don't like to be touched. Like if our first time meeting, like a first time hanging out, don't touch me. That is my biggest pet peeve. I had one dude like caress my head, like rub his fingers through my little boy. I was like, excuse me.
That's
like,
awkward as shit. You know?
And he was shoving his finger in my armpit. I said, sir, it's our first night out. What is you doing?
What the fuck,
I was
man?
like, and I met him online. It was our first time out, and he just kept
What the fuck?
like in my arm. I was like, yo, what is that? Like, are you trying to flirt? Like,
Right.
get out my armpit, get off
Quit
my hair.
sodomizing my armpit.
For
man.
real. I was like, it's nothing I've never had done before. It was weird. And one of the biggest ones for me, do not talk about sex in like our first, 2 to 3 conversations. Like that, we just started talking.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking. Period. I want all. Like I might as well say this here. I'm not fucking. Period. Like don't start hinting off at oh send me pictures. Oh let me see. And oh when you coming over, do not invite me to your house because it's not happening and you're not coming to mine. Especially if I don't know you.
Yeah.
You're stranger danger. No sir. I'm not coming to your house. I had one dude try to pressure me into his house, like for a straight hour. It was like yo just come in. Yo I'm not. It's not happening. It's just not. I would say, so those would probably be like the top 5. I've had, other people say, pretty much the same thing. Like, as far as dudes, like they want you to, talk to them like a woman, be straightforward with what you want. Don't, beat around
That
the
straightforward
bush.
don't work, man.
Yeah, it do.
No, it
'Cause
don't.
for some
See,
women.
and that's why I was just waiting for her to get through. You know what I'm saying? Because they tell you you got to be able to play the game. Because they tell you they don't want all that shit she just said.
Certain women
but they want
nowadays-
all that shit she just
Wait,
said.
they want what to be touched.
And talk crazy too. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some people that do like that. They do. Don't talk crazy to me.
I mean, I ain't gonna say stick your finger in her armpit.
Yeah, no.
But some
that,
girls,
but-
some women like that touch to be like, all right, he into me, or
Be
there's a
aggressive
chemistry.
sometimes. Yeah.
But I've had somebody tell me, "Hey, just be real with me. Tell me what you want." I'm
Or what
like,
you're looking
"Shit." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, come through. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I said, "Look, low key, this is what I'm trying to do." I'm like, "It's
But some people
it's New
like
Year's
that.
Eve, and this is how I'm trying to end
Trying
it."
to
So I'm
stick
get
it.
down.
You down?
You down? And
She's
stick.
like, I mean, I don't know why I gotta do all of that.
All right then. Well,
I was like, well,
But
it didn't work.
Some women are into that though. Some women are like, yeah, they down with
Yeah.
just a one night stand. But I guess you got to know the difference in the ones that are down for just to swipe right and get into bed, and the ones who are actually looking.
that's
for
why
something.
I said at the end of the day, you got to play the game, no matter who the situation.
Why we gotta play games?
We have to play the game.
Why?
Because
I
we
don't wanna
can't
play
be
games.
straightforward.
Women, y'all like so definitely because all of y'all different. And y'all all kind of got like different personalities and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, cause some days you hot, some days you might be on your kinky stuff. Some days you not on your kinky
Y'all
stuff.
thought that, some days you want to be a little. And I have my thought moments too.
So
I have
what
my
I'm saying,
days.
you got to
But-
play the game because you got to learn who it is you dealing with
Who
at
it is
that
you
moment.
dealing with.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Cause
might have met you on your day when you was feeling it. You had your hair fly.
I've
your
done
spring
that.
dress.
I be hitting music when I'm in the
You know
moment.
what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
what you gonna come
Yeah.
over? That moment passed, and they be like, so what's up? I'm like, nah.
he keep calling.
You done took your makeup off and shit. Now you don't want to come
Right.
I don't
over.
do it on purpose, but it be like it's a in the moment thing.
What
Like
you say? Y'all do it on purpose, but
I
you
don't do it on
it.
purpose, but you gotta hit me. Like if I hit you in that moment and you ain't free, don't text me later
Yeah.
and be like, so what's up? Nah,
I've experienced that.
It
Yeah.
has.
Damn,
Like
really?
that moment skipped or somebody else.
Man, I did security. I worked security in the club for 6 years, and I'm telling you, that night that she ready. On that night that you meet her and she ready, you gotta go.
You gotta
can't be
pull the
like,
trigger. You gotta
you can't
do
be like,
it.
let me get this number. I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
Nah.
Cause tomorrow she gonna be like,
I don't want to no more.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I don't really, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you done lost your opportunity.
You
Yeah,
should have shot your shot.
you gotta go.
When you miss it, you miss it.
yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
So it's like, fellas, do your temperature checks.
Yeah.
See who came out on the date with you
Stick your
today.
toe in. Yeah, you gotta see who you got. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Women, we don't, we just like y'all. We don't know what we want.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
especially women.
Especially y'all. Nah, especially y'all. Look, we gonna go back and forth. Men and women. Nobody know what they want.
Yeah. Oh, man, we coming to an end. We didn't get to the topic I wanted to hit on. We got 5 minutes in this.
Let's try to hit on it.
You want to hit it?
Let's do it.
Bet. This how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? So look, I came up with this the other day. I always ask myself this once a year just to kind of see where I'm at. But I want to see where y'all was at. If life was a book, what would this exact chapter that you on would be called?
Destruction. Wait till 2020 go.
All right.
All right.
That's good, man. I don't know. I don't even have a word.
I know. What would I call it?
Wow.
Damn.
I'm feeling like mine right now is I don't know. No more humble, foot on their necks. I'm feeling that kind of way right now. Like, I feel like that I spent a lot of time being super nice, like, hey y'all, I'm gonna help y'all out and do this and do this. Yep. And I've been giving people free opportunity to boost themselves up while I'm still on the floor level, and I'm being humble, like, it's cool, I helped them out. Fuck that. I ain't on that humble shit no more. Yep. And now, like, with all the stuff that I got going, I'm finna start putting my foot on people's necks to show them that we here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. You know what? I can fuck with that because I feel like people, look at me like that way too. Like I'm too nice, and I feel like I'm too nice a lot of times too. I give people the opportunity to, walk on me, step on me, pretty much use me as a door. People use me a lot. I was gonna say that, unfortunately, but I think I would say, no more. Yeah. I think that's what I would call this chapter. No more. I'm tired of people using, abusing me, and stepping on me. Friends, other people, men, family. Period. I think it would just be called no more. Because I'm looking to grow and be better and do better.
I feel it.
And just not accept less than what I deserve anymore.
I don't have words. I have an image. The image that comes to mind is I have this big ass mountain, and there's just a man on that motherfucker just climbing that motherfucker. But he's so aggressive that he's using his hands just to plow into the fucking rock, just to climb up that mountain. And there's no lagging. He's not tired. He's just climbing that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to get to the top.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? With aggression, and I don't know how to describe it. That's what I feel. That's what my chapter is about right now. Yeah.
Elevation.
But I want elevation doesn't just describe the aggression, and the fight.
Aggressively elevating. Chapter, what'd you say? Chapter 39?
Chapter 39.
Aggressively elevating.
Aggressively elevating.
So that's what it is then, man. We wrapping up to the end again. If y'all on here, check out Audible, you know what I'm saying? Show them some love. A good time to read some books, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to stay safe, stay cool, be in the house, get your thoughts up.
But we're opening back up.
Yeah, it is.
Still
be
check
safe.
out Audible on the go.
Yeah,
Audible on the go.
You can put it in the car, you know what I'm saying?
Put your little AirPods, walk around.
Lay on the beach with it. It's good.
Hey.
So, we about this thing, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's Krown Jewels for you.
Yep. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe.
All right, we out. Peace.
Bye.